and welcome to another update video on Solana. Yeah, we wanted to start here on the larger time frame just to take a look at it together, see if there are any new developments. On the larger time frame, it's important to note that we are currently likely dealing here with a third wave to the upside in the yellow scenario or a C wave to the upside in the white scenario. First ideal target for the C wave, provided the last swing low holds here from the 22nd of June, is the 100% Fibonacci extension at $249. So that's the next, let's say, ideal target. It's the 100% Fibonacci extension, and at the moment, it's impossible to say what, let's say, what the difference is. So my preference is the yellow count, so that we are going to see the price grind higher in the yellow scenario towards $360 plus. And in the white scenario, it could just be a C wave. So along the way, we will have to pay very close attention to the relevant microstructures. Very close attention. To be fair, it's entirely possible that we are just moving up in a C wave and we might stop there and then break down in the white scenario. So that would mean we get a 3-wave move up and then kind of break down. But my preference is the yellow scenario, in which we could be moving higher, in 5 waves towards $360 to $380. That is based on my observation of the sector, also about what Bitcoin is doing, and the fact that we have seen a 5-wave move up from the April low, followed by a 3-wave pullback, and that various targets point towards this area. Maybe not exactly 360, but there is 380, 395, 368, 367. So there are several targets that meet there. That's not a guarantee that we get there, and I always encourage people not to squeeze every bit of juice out of a lemon, to be fair. But hey, that is currently the projection. So that all, of course, depends on the bull's ability to defend the last swing low, the 22nd of June low. Now let us also take a look at the smaller time frame. Always keep in mind we're dealing with microstructures here, so when you watch the video, those might have changed. We offer the gold membership or our membership options for that, where you can get access live signals basically when things are happening, chart updates are done. You get the updates, but it still should give you a good orientation here, good idea of what's happening. Now I can tell you that at the moment, my preference is that indeed, let's say a meaningful low formed there, a meaningful low formed there on the 22nd of June. Of course, I cannot rule out another low. In that case, the price might reach $110, $123. But for now, the preference is that a low formed on the 22nd of June. Now, I'm saying this even though I have not yet seen a 5-wave move up, which is, to be honest, tricky. Without a clear 5-wave move up from the low, it is difficult to determine if really a meaningful low has been established. So I rely on context here, and I rely on a very, very fragile structure. Now, in the yellow scenario that you can see here to the upside, I'm tracking a diagonal pattern. That is basically what you see on the larger time frame as wave 1. So this wave 1 should unfold as 5 waves. And the smaller time frame can be wave 1, wave 2, A, B, C in wave 3, 4, 5. Because the initial rally was in 3 waves, the rally from the 22nd of June low, also the third wave needs to be a 3-wave move. So I'm tracking just A, B, C structures to the upside, but the entire pattern should be a 5-wave move. That is how a diagonal pattern looks like. Now, to be fair, there are many ways how the nanostructures could unfold. I show you a couple of options here. At the moment, one idea I have is that we have only seen the A wave of the third wave. We're now in the B wave of the third wave. And for example, the price could be working on an ABC structure here to complete that B wave. Important in this diagonal pattern, before we then rally higher in wave C, is that the price holds above the 27th of June low. That's the swing low that formed here around $137, $138. This level must hold to keep the upside scenario alive. It is entirely possible that circle wave B already bottomed, but I don't really see the clear setup for it, but it's possible. or that wave B is unfolding as a triangle. So you see there are many options. For now, I'm tracking higher prices overall against the swing low from the 27th of June. Whether that means we get a direct breakout or not, impossible to say, but I can tell you that at the moment there is no sign that the C wave to the downside has started. Here, this one, yeah. But I want to show here on the chart just the potential of a pullback. So it's important for risk management purposes. It's not a prediction. It's just this is our support area, and especially the red line is the invalidation point of the diagonal pattern. So for now, it's entirely possible that we're grinding higher here in the very short term. That was my last communication. For example, we could be moving up in a C wave of the B wave. Yeah. Potentially targeting $157 next. There's also structural resistance there, or maybe even 159 to 161. This would be the next decision point up there. And I'm watching the descending trend line here in yellow as a potential upside breakout signal. That's the update on Solana. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.